Texan Global School. In this class, we will address algebraic and common language. We will analyze specific cases of algebraic language and the tools to translate it into their common language. It is important to do a math symbology review to strengthen the process. Any number can be represented with any general or variable number. In this case, we use the x. A plus b represents the sum or addition of two numbers. C minus d, as algebraic language, is understood as the difference of two numbers. X squared is interpreted in common language as the square of a number. The cube of a number is expressed as y cubed. Again, any variable can be used. The product of two numbers is expressed on the board as a times b. Grouping symbols such as parentheses are very important to clarify the type of operation that needs to be expressed. A divided by b expresses the quotient between two numbers. Remember that since we use variables, these general numbers can represent any value. Double a number can be expressed in algebraic language as 2a. We reiterate, you can use any desired variable or literal. The triple of a number can be represented as 3t. b over 2 as algebraic language represents half of a number. W over 3 expresses 1/3 of a number. Likewise, x divided by 4 represents the fourth part of a number. A plus b squared in common language is the square of the sum of two numbers. X minus y cubed is written as the cube of the difference of two numbers. The difference of two squares is expressed in algebraic language as a squared minus b squared. A plus b times a minus b is read as the product of the sum and difference of two numbers. These are called conjugate binomials. A cubed minus b cubed is the difference of two cubes. Finally, a cubed plus b cubed is the sum of two cubes. Let's look at some examples. We will transform from algebraic language to common language. The first case can be described in common language as the product of two numbers equals the difference of those same two numbers. The next would be double a number equals the sixth part of the square of the same number. We emphasize that it is the same number since it uses the same variable in both members. The third example in common language is the cube root of the difference of squares of two numbers equals the sum of cubes of the same two numbers. Finally, half of the triple of the sum of two numbers equals the square root of the product of two different numbers. In the latter case, we emphasize that they are two other numbers since they are different variables. In these last examples, we will transform from common language to algebraic language. The first case, the product of three numbers equals the third part of the sum of the same three numbers. Algebraically, it can be represented as a times b times c equals a plus b plus c divided by 3. The statement: the double of the area of a circle equals the square of the area of a triangle. Algebraically, it can be represented as 2 times the area of a circle, pi times the radius squared, equals b as the base times h as the height over 2 squared. Finally, the difference between the area of a square and the area of a rectangle equals the perimeter of a circle. That is, L as the length squared minus b as the base times the h height equals pi times diameter. Texan Global School. Global online learning. Knowledge for the world. www.texanglobalschool.com